Hi, happy December. Welcome back to the table. This is Amy with Notes from Past Amy. I wanted to show you my Christmas pen. It doesn't look like red and white striped, or it's not red and green. It's not Christmas themed pen. It's the pen I got for Christmas. That's what I call my Christmas pens. This is the sticker that came with the order. I ordered this from Atlas Stationers on a fountain pen day, or close enough to fountain pen day that I got the card. I think it was actually the day before. Their sale started early, and I caught that and was very happy to save big on this beautiful Maiora. It's kind of hard to read, but it's debossed. Fountain pens, Italian craftsmanship for more than 40 years. MaiораPen.com. Oh, and then you can see kind of what I got right here. An extra fine, and then a bunch of code. Here we go. That's an easier box to see. And it lifts right off. This is a pen, I don't know a whole lot about it. There were only 43, and it was exclusive to Atlas Stationers, but like there were no measurements. There's nothing for weight or dimensions. Specs are 0. I didn't even know it came with a bottle of ink until I saw Brendan like boxing it on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or wherever it was online. These are falling over. Move them. So here it is. Bottle of ink. Surprise! That was nowhere in the description, and this pen is no longer available, but I still had to show it to you because I've had my eye on it for quite a while. There's the little booklet that you get with it. Italian. Made in Italy. More Italian. Here we go. Crossed existences have allowed the end of a life to become the rebirth of another, and so a story born in 1978 continues. The Maiora Pen Company is a team with specialized skills which has made its own indelible imprint on the luxury writing instrument industry with over 40 years of experience. Maiora respects the tradition represented by the words made in Italy and also remains faithful to its own unique vision and style, in a perfect balance between elegance and function. Maiora and Nettuno writing instruments are tuned from solid bars finished with polished or matte surfaces. Screw down cap. Clips from pure brass. The filling system is a converter special, which I also learned when Brendan was showing this pen off, using a threaded converter that allows the pen to be filled like standard piston fountain pens. Yes. Gold or palladium plated metal. This one, gold plated. And then Jovo nib units. They didn't have quite as many of these options when I picked mine because I waited till it was a really good price. But I noticed they're a little bit different than what it says in here. There was a flex, I think it was flex, extra fine and flex fine, as well as extra fine, fine, medium, broad, and I think there was only one stub. But 43 pieces total. And so, here we go. I don't know how many of each there were. Couldn't have been very many. Like I said, it is sold out. But this is the pen. Been admiring it from afar for quite a while, and then I admired it close up. When I first got it in, I did check to make sure it was the right size, and you know, that there was nothing wrong with the nib that I could first tell, and then I put it away, wrapped it up. I love this nib, and then just opened it again today. So it is Christmas Day. That's why I have a red sweater on, even though it's got to be like 80 degrees down here by the fire. This is a 14K nib. My first modern gold nib. I have a couple of vintage pens that are gold nib. This is that captured converter that they talked about in the paperwork. So you can operate it back here. You do have like a plastic, acrylic, resin, whatever, on metal if you do it this way. But it also, above the threads here, can be done as a regular cartridge converter. It is branded. I'm trying to remember if it's threaded. I feel like my other Maiora is threaded. Yes, it is. It's threaded. So screws in and out. I love that. I only have one other pen that is threaded like this. So both my Maioras, and then the Monteverde Giant Sequoia is also threaded. This is extra long, so that it comes out the back. And I think I'm going to go ahead and ink this with, however you pronounce this color. It's a great teal. I think it will look really lovely in this. You can tell I dip tested it in purple when I first got it because I don't know if I rinsed it. Well, I'm just going to take that chance because I couldn't get the lid off of my Waterman Serenity Blue. I guess I could also put this color in it. I don't even know what color this is. Blue, it looks like a regular blue. I didn't even realize Maiora had ink when I bought this, so we're just going to go with the teal because I'm going to like that so much better. Okay, works smoothly. I like this color, and it's a little bit low. I don't know if this is going to work. Nope, we're just going to do it by the converter. There's a little bit of ink there, but nothing really to speak of. There we go. All right, well, I guess we didn't get any on the section, did we? Let's write it down. The size of this, of course I have no specs on it, but it feels just like my Aventus. Now it's called the Partenope, I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't think Brendan knew how to pronounce it. And the other one's probably in my pink case. Pretty sure it is. Where's my pink case? On the couch. Okay, I'll have to run and grab that. But it feels just like it. It's got the same shape here. Feels like it's the same length. 5 3/8. So yeah, basically. I don't remember what pen this is. Fill in the number self. We do have some purple in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and get the purple out. Maybe. This might take a minute. Well, today's Christmas, and we're going to have a lovely change of color here because I tested it and then failed to clean it. Like that. However you pronounce that, that's what this is. I don't think it had a color. I think that was just it. So I got the extra fine. Yes, extra fine. Gold nib. And it's a diamine ink that you can't tell yet because I have too much purple in this feed. Oh, this is terrible. Oh well. Oh well. I'm going to enjoy the changing of the colors. With Waterman. I'm going to have to use 2 lines. Tender purple in the feed. When that clears out, I'll document it in my regular book, but for right now, that's how it is. Let me grab an empty tray and my pink pen, and I will compare the two. Do I have an empty tray? I have a whole bunch of pens that need filled, and so they're all drying in my trays. Nothing's actually empty. Okay, well this is the closest, so we'll just set it in here, and I'll be right back. Couch isn't that far away, so I'm not going to worry about splicing that. Here is, it looks just like that same pen, right? Same grip, same style, same tapering. It's a touch longer. This one's 5.5. We've got a little crusty there, just a tiny, tiny bit. This color has been working really, really well in here, and I'm very surprised. Yeah, this is the 5.5. It's Jingleberry from a Diamine Ink Vent, but I think that's the first time it's crusted, probably because I've been very busy the last couple weeks and have not used my pens as much. So we've got basically an identical grip section, Really lovely pattern in here. Got a little bit of a large chunk there of green, but other than that, lovely distribution of the colors. This length is just a little bit longer than the exclusive. And again, it has that band. I don't know if you saw my other video, or if I even made it public, where I was talking about, oh, interesting. This has the old style Yovo nib, and this has the new one. Huh, okay. I was talking about the bands and how it has the 3 bands, and then when you put the cap on, it still has 3 bands. I really like that. Just a weird quirk. Okay, so here's a X750. Go ahead and put that beside it too. This has a different nib in it. This is a Fountain Pen Revolution Semi-Flex. A little smaller all the way around. This one's way smaller. I don't know that any of you have this. Surely somebody has this pen, but not the normal circle that I watch. Smaller nib, smaller body, like, look at this. Love it. Too small. I call this one a little for a reason. This is my testing pen. This allows me to get into basically any bottle I want at any ink level. So it's fantastic. It is a kit pen, but really, really great. All right, here we go. This is a better comparison. A Benu Euphoria. So if we put that right against the new guy, yeah, these are all a really great size. Now, as far as small pen makers or bespoke makers or whatever you want to call them, we've got a, I don't know who we is. I've got a Velma here from Bone Crusher. It's probably my biggest pen. I don't know though, the London Pen Co's C14 is also pretty sizable. See, very comparable. These are like all exactly the same. So the grips are noticeably different on this one, and then of course we've got some extra length with that Velma. What else can I show you? Oh, here's a Memento Zero Grande. I know people are loving the Leonardos. This one, it's got ink on here again. Hold on. I've not been impressed with the Leonardo pen. Might just be mine, but also in the writing, it'll give me a whole bunch of ink every once in a while, and I don't appreciate that. See, it's actually kind of a small pen in my collection, but it is considered oversized. Okay, back to the small makers. Here is a Divine Pens Plus. I'm trying to remember what the Summerland, I think, is the model. And then this is the Westwood straight edge, and then here is the Westwood tapered. So same length, same grips, but the tapering makes this cap a lot thinner. And it just makes the pen look smaller overall, but the grips are the same. So this is the Westwood model. A little bit shorter, but all of these pens are pretty sizable. Let's throw in a Safari real quickly, since it's basically the only pen I have that people are really going to recognize. Oh, wait. An SD. How could I forget? Let's also throw an SD on there. SD, and then where's a Safari? Here's a Safari. And I'm showing these unposted and uncapped because that's how I use them. So there we go. There's our little Safari. The length is pretty decent. The grip, yeah, I waffle on whether I'm going to keep my Safari / All-Star collection or not. This pen is cute, and that's why I still have it, because you can see how small it looks compared to all my favorites. This is new, but I am guessing it's going to be a favorite because I love this one and these here. If this pen wrote better, I would like it better. The size is really nice. And then these two are also beautiful. I can't show the Monteverde, but like nobody has that one, and so kind of wondering if I should keep showing it. We want this to be the same size as the others. Here we go. This grip section's a really good size. Love it. This one, I don't know. I might end up selling the SD. We will see. It's a little bit thin, but I got such a great price. And it is nice to have it for comparison. So whether it stays inked or not, I actually have been using a pink in here, the rose quartz, and it looks really lovely in this pen. So I'll finish the sample and then decide what to do. But yeah, love the size. It's not heavy. It's an acrylic, and these probably all weigh ish the same, within the same, like 5 grams or something. So I like it. It's a beautiful addition to the collection. I probably should have put the lib on here too. It's kind of on this smaller size, but I love the nib on it, so I just keep using it too. Yes, love it. That was ramblier than I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be half that length, but you know, I don't get to talk to people about pens usually, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Oh, since I picked this one up to get the water spot off, this one's not embellished in any way, and it drives me crazy that it's just plain. If it had the scroll work, it would be better, but it doesn't. It's the new style nib, so if you know where I can get an engraving on there and it's not going to break the bank, it has been ground, so it writes well. It's the journaler, so like I struggle to get along with it because it writes a lot more broadly than I would like for it to. But anyway, I think we would get along better if it had some sort of engraving on it. So if you know where I can get something, anything put on it, yeah, I think that would be great. Or if I can just get like a rose gold nib. See how that rose gold would look gorgeous on this pen? Yeah, I don't know that this nib pen body combo is going to be permanent. I try to make it so that they are, but you know, sometimes things happen. So yeah, nib info, would love to know if you put it in the comments, either where I can get this engraved or where I can get a rose gold nib that has some engraving on it. That's what I really want for this pen, but paper is my focus this year, so it's just gonna have to wait. There you go, there's the collection. Thanks for watching. Good to talk to you all. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I get talking about pens sometimes and completely lose track of time. So hopefully you found this way more interesting than my husband would have. If you're here, I guess you did. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. I will talk to you in the new year. Goodbye.